Hi, my name is Amanda Paul, and I am the Social Media Marketing Manager at Martin Jewelers in Shawano. Now today I have on my Steve Jobs / Dwayne The Rock Johnson turtleneck because I'm going to be taking you through my process of how I edit videos for social media. Now at Martin Jewelers, we've done a wide variety of videos: customer testimonials, product promotions, upcoming events, historic storytelling, but whatever video you're trying to make, the process is usually the same. In terms of equipment, I like to follow the make do with what you can philosophy. All you really need is a phone or camera to film on and a laptop or tablet, sometimes even a phone to edit on. However, if you want a more professional video or just for it to be a little bit cleaner, you can invest in a few things that will help you out. The first thing I would recommend is a ring light / tripod. I got mine on Amazon for I think $20 for Christmas. It can go I think up to 3 feet. It has a light with multiple different settings. And the lighting you want to go for is really up to you. It depends on the mood. I know when we're in the store, it's pretty bright, so we have that bright white light. Everything is sparkly. Right now I'm just in my room. It's nighttime. I'm feeling calm, so I just have a couple backlights and then a ring light in front of me. So the first thing you want to make sure you do is, if you're filming on a phone, which has always worked fine in my opinion, easy, always with you, doesn't require a lot of setup, you want to make sure that it's horizontal. If it's horizontal, you're going to fill the frame. You can crop as you need to. However, if you're filming vertically, it's going to look like this when you edit. The edges will be cut out. It's not gonna look as clean as it could if you film horizontally. And I know that's a challenge to get used to because we're always used to just taking pictures like this, but when you're filming, make sure that it's horizontal. So for this next part, I'm gonna be switching over to voiceover, a part of the video where audio is very important. So in these situations, you either want a microphone, such as this one, or you can use any earbuds or earphones that have a microphone built in, and I'll take it away from there in voiceover.
It's voiceover, Amanda. So you can see here I'm just selecting all of the raw footage that I want to use in my video, and I'm importing it into iMovie. iMovie comes free with Mac products, but pretty much any laptop or tablet will have some kind of built-in or downloadable video editing software. Sometimes I'll use something more advanced for complex projects, but for this type of video, iMovie's totally fine. So I'm really going to start by just giving you a basic tour of iMovie. Under My Media, you can see all of the videos you imported for this specific project. You can also find photos and videos from other tabs on your computer. Audio, you can add a song playing in the background. You would just select one and drag it down the same you would as a clip. And you can adjust the volume up here, make it, a soft background song. We're not going to do that today, so let's delete. You can also add sound effects that iMovie has pre-made. Those can sometimes be fun, same way you just drag them down. And then GarageBand is another location you can find some songs. Titles, you can use these either as title screens, so just, an introduction screen, and you would do that by putting it in front, or you can put it on top of your existing clip to just add text overlaying. We see backgrounds up here. If you're using a map, this is really all you would use it for, so I don't really know about that one. And then transitions, I didn't use it in this specific video because it's just me talking, but for product promotions, it's really nice. You can see it has this fade effect, a little glitchy just because it's buffering right now. And then in this little... Where'd she go? In this little tab over here, you can adjust a lot of visual and audio elements of your clip. So the first one is white balance. If you want a stark white, maybe for a product video, you can select a white point. Here we can adjust the brightness, super dark, super bright. You can also do the saturation over here. Black and white's fancy. And then cool or warm tones if your lighting is like a little too blue or a little too yellow. Here we have the crop. Crop to fill will fill your entire screen. And then Ken Burns is kind of this really gradual zooming effect that I think looks silly on most videos, but I could see how you would use them for product promotions. These buttons, you can rotate your video. We're going to keep it upright. Here we have stabilized shaky video. I actually find sometimes this makes it worse if you're holding your camera or holding your phone. It can kind of just be disorienting, but I'm using a tripod, so we don't need that. Audio, you can turn up or down. Here we have background noise. You can reduce background noise using that. You can also adjust the speed of your clip, so you can speed it up, slow it down. Freeze frame is fun. And then filters, I would refrain from using them just because you can see they're a little bit dramatic. Sometimes they're fun if you're going for a certain look. Here's a little antique one. But I'm just going to start by dragging this first clip down into this bottom section. The white bar is going to show you where you want to cut the video. So right here, I'm going to split clip, delete the section where I was setting up the camera. And then I saw that it wasn't quite perfect, so you can also just slide the beginning or ends of clips to kind of fine tune if you have shorter increments of time. I'm going to do the same thing, split right here, delete that section, and then you're going to want to play the transitions so that you can see they're smooth. So later on in the editing process, I wanted to do a cutaway where you are watching one clip but hearing the audio from another, so I just drag it on top right here. And it looks like it's not quite aligned with the audio from the lower one, so I slid it over. I'm going to then cut the audio from the top clip, so you're only hearing the bottom one, but you're watching the top, and play it back. Looks good. And then I realized no one wants to watch 6 seconds of me playing with lights, so I sped that up and deleted the excess from the end of the original clip, and then I'm going to watch it back. Looks good. You can also do this with photos, to have a photo on top of audio from a different video. The only difference is you won't have to cut the audio from the photo because it doesn't have any audio. Now here at the end, I'm adding text. I'm going to go to titles and drag it down and place it on top of the clip. I wanted to add my email address at the very end, which you will eventually see this clip. So I'm just going to type in the text that I want. It needs a little more oomph, so I'm going to make it bold. And it lines up on the screen with kind of where my hands are. I'm going to play it back, make sure it looks good. So lastly, I'm going to show you how I did this very voiceover. Go to Window, go down to Record Voiceover, allow your computer access to your microphone, and then this little red button will show up, kind of an inception moment because that's what I'm doing right now. It'll count you in, 3, 2, 1. And then once it starts recording, you'll see that orange turn to green. That's the audio coming up underneath. So once you're done editing and you've watched it a couple times, you're going to click this export button in the top, export file. This is the title that I want. It's in the highest resolution, so it's not going to look grainy on different devices. Click next. And then choose where you want to export it to. Desktop is good, and click save.
And there you have it, a finished video. Hopefully this helped everyone out. It might seem a little bit basic, but it does take some time to really get comfortable and master doing it so that you can film, edit, and put videos out pretty quickly. If you ever have any questions, specific questions, general questions, or help with any projects, my email is right here. And back to you, Heather.